Coming to you live from the palatial studios of PBJ Productions. Welcome to Patrick and BJ Talk Real Estate, where we talk about life, the universe, and everything as it relates to real estate. Okay. Yeah. Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Patrick.
And we're back talking all things real estate. And today, we have the bat signal lit.
That's right. It's a public, we're calling on Batman to save us.
Batman and
Commissioner
Robin.
Gordon's here.
We've fired up the bat signal. So
is it that reflection in the TV? Is
right?
That it?
So it's now the question is this the last hurrah?
This is a public service announcement. Stop believing stop. I'm struggling to say this. Stop watching, scrolling, reading all of the headlines, selling you on the fear. It's fear porn of the housing market is going to crash.
Yeah.
It's going to adjust. It's going to go through its things.
Yeah. But here's a good one. The national market in 2023, they were talking about it's going to be like a 30% drop in the market, a 40% drop in the market, all these, the world is ending. What are we going to do?
Yeah, where is it?
At the end of the year, and I haven't seen all of December's numbers yet, obviously.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, across the market, it's different in some areas versus other areas, different in different provinces, all of those things. But on average, when the dust settles, it's flat.
It's about flat.
Yeah.
I'm expecting, so we're filming this in the new year. This was just before New Year's we're filming. So we don't have the total sales volume of the year.
Yeah, for December.
And I'm sure it's going to be a little bit under 7,000 sales.
Yeah.
Like COVID, we did 10,000 per year, which is not a record, by the way. And 7,000 is an average year.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to be a little bit below average. We started off strong. The summer was a little weird, and then it was slow for a while, and then peaked, and then slowed down again.
And it's a flat market. So at the end of the day, what I mean by flat is it's probably, we haven't seen a significant decrease or a significant increase in the percentages across the country.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's an average. So I get that, because you're going to look at, some markets may have taken it in the teeth a little bit more.
Sure.
Toronto.
Toronto, Vancouver, they also went up the most, right, on average.
Yeah.
So they're going to take a bigger monetary hit, maybe not percentage-wise.
Yeah.
Right, but don't tell me giving me it's gone down 30% in Saskatoon, and the house is 180,000. Now it's 140, 150,000. Don't lie to me, giving me one number that looks really big, but then the actual amount is it's always a lot of money. But it's not the promise of hundreds of thousands of dollars being lost to the average home, right?
Here's the difference. If we're talking about a 30% drop in the market in Victoria, and so let's say
that'll hurt.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Because now you're going from, let's just use some round numbers. You're going from $1 million to $700,000.
$300,000 loss.
Right. If you're talking about $150,000 or $200,000 or $300,000 home, it's still a significant amount of money, but that's a different animal. How's that?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's still significant money, for sure.
But the reality is, we haven't seen those losses even last time. Houses where average house prices used to be $700,000-800,000. The market dipped, and then everything sort of over 2 years, we lost 10%, 12%. Off of the peak. Yeah, it wasn't the end of the world. Did it keep people did it keep people from moving up in the marketplace? Yeah, sometimes. Not everybody.
Yeah.
Especially if they bought recently as the curve was going up. But my whole point of bringing this up is stop watching everything. You can, if you're already thinking about the market is horrible and you're waiting for somebody else to save you so you can afford a home, the prices are never going to come down to a price that you can afford.
Yeah, you need to make a plan now.
Yes, perfect. I've got a quote. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow.
Very good. Who said that?
Patent.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
And that's the
Unless
thing.
the internet lied to me. So if I'm wrong, please correct me, comment below, all that kind of stuff, right?
But that's the thing is if
Take
you're
action.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy a home and make a plan to buy a home, the first step is take action. Take assessment of where you're at today. We've done episodes talking about what to do and how to move the process forward, but take assessment of where you are today and of what then you need to do to move things forward.
Yeah, some of us, me sometimes, I can get bogged down in the details, and then I have to step back and but you kind of have to learn what you're going to get yourself into, right? Reach out to a realtor in your area or ourselves. Happy to take you through that process, especially obviously in Victoria. We won't be as familiar outside of our, market area. We won't be experts, but we'll have general knowledge, right? So my whole thing is, even if it's not perfect, but if you're ready, take that, get off the bench and get on the court.
Yeah.
Don't sit on the sidelines or on the couch. Get on the field and play. So, maybe there's not too many people out there that I see that they bought a house and they regretted it.
Yeah.
They might have regret at some point. You know what? I haven't met anybody. Even when it was crazy and people were paying $100,000, $200,000, they love the house they're in.
Yeah.
And they still don't regret it, paying more for it.
Sure.
Always.
Yeah.
So, and especially at Christmas time, people don't care. I paid a little bit more for my house, but look, we all having a great time at our house with family and celebrating and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, very, very few cases.
Yeah.
We've worked for the banks before, so we've done with foreclosures and forced sales, and really it's usually not the market that does it to people. It's they've gotten themselves into troubles that led up to this. Mm-hmm. So there's some insight on foreclosures.
So
it really people I think prioritize. We talked about CMHC delinquency rates. Right, Victoria is one of those places, and I forget the other place in BC, have the lowest 30-day to 90-day delinquency on their payments.
Yeah.
We're sooner to sell something like a truck or to make house payments.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and I think what we're saying here is you need to have a plan if you want to. Whether you want to buy your first home, whether you want to upgrade to another home, but you need to put together some kind of plan of how is that going to happen? What do the numbers look like? What does your savings look like? And how can you change some things, adjust some things, come up with a plan? See a financial planner. I think that's something that we kind of DIY. We're in an era of DIY, right? There's a whole bunch of DIY stuff going on, but
yeah, there's a big hardware store that says something about you can do it,
right?
We can help.
You can do it, and we can help. But so
everybody knows which store that is.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I am understanding more and more. There's a time to DIY stuff. There's a time to not DIY stuff, right? And so, for financial information, for example, I want to talk to someone who knows what they're doing. For my taxes, I want to talk to my accountant. I don't want to get it from a website that said, if I do this, it should be okay. So this is a time, if you're starting to kind of put that together, is talk to a financial professional who can help you. And if you don't have one, reach out to us, because we can recommend some good people that are good at what they do, that are conscientious about what they do, and are happy to help you put together a plan of how you can make it all work together for you.
Yeah, and perhaps you're watching this and you've already done those things, and you've already taken steps forward to getting your finances all ready, or your house ready to sell. We're happy to help if you're thinking about buying or selling in Victoria or Southern Vancouver Island. And and if you disagree with us, please put in the comments below. I think a lot of the doom and gloom talk out there is really just for clicks.
Yeah.
I think it's just for clicks.
Yeah.
If it's the news or if it's independent channels, wherever you might be getting that from. But really, Yeah, Canadians are carrying a huge debt load, but the way they present it is like, oh, the average Victorian, including like kids, I don't know why, but they spread this out over everybody per capita. Our debt load's like 300,000. But then as you read further into it, it's only like, well, 75% of that is all a mortgage debt.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know what? That same with the headlines. Oh, you need to make $350,000 to like buy a house in whatever Vancouver or Victoria. I'm probably not correct on that number, but it's an exorbitant amount.
Yeah.
But then this per capita cost, and if it's only 75%, that shows me what the average mortgage is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 500,000.
Yeah.
600,000. Like, it's not the $1.2 million
Sure.
purchase price, no down payments. So a lot of these titles, headlines are misleading. So anyhow, get my little rant over with.
So, but we just, I
Don't
think
believe the hype.
Yeah, I think that's really what it comes down to, is make sure you're informed and you talk to professionals who can help you. And like we said, we're happy to help with that, or recommend someone to you who can help you with that if you're looking for a financial planner. And otherwise, thank you for joining us. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. We're doing upwards of 3 episodes every week, so you want to make sure you don't miss out on anything. So subscribe so you get those notifications. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.